Welcome back everybody to Full Tilt Drift. Today I'm going to show you 3 ways to get old Plasti-Dip off your wheels. So the 3 methods we're going to use to get this Plasti-Dip off today are brake clean, Goo Gone, and dip dissolver. Believe me, this is what you want to get to take Plasti-Dip off your car because it re-liquefies it and you can just wash it right off. There's no brushing or scrubbing involved, whereas with the other two it's going to be a pain. The first thing we're going to use is the dip dissolver. It works best when used in the shade or at nighttime, but since I'm trying to show you guys, I'm going to do it out here in the sun. Now yeah, it does take a pretty thick layer of this. Now I'm just going to stand in front of it so it creates some shade, that way it'll have longer to work before it dries. You don't want to let this dry on the wheel. We're going to lay one more coat on there so that it helps liquefy it and make sure that we cover all the surfaces we need to get off. Usually this is a 2-time job where you'll have to wash it off once and then hit it one more time, but that's way less big a deal than sitting here scrubbing it or picking it off with your fingers. You'll know the dip is ready to be washed off when you can take your finger and rub a spot right through it. You're going to want to use the highest pressure water you can. A pressure washer would work best. This is a pretty good result for one shot. So we're going to do the same thing again, let it soak in there for a couple minutes, wash it all off, and it should be completely free of any Plasti-Dip. Alright, well now we've seen what it looks like when you use the thing you're supposed to use. That was very minimal effort. It took me about 10 minutes to get this progress done. So if you were doing all of your wheels and you hit them all at the same time or did them in pairs, you'd be out here for maybe 40 minutes. So what happens when we use something a little less specialized? Something like Goo Gone. It's meant for rubbing slime, sticky things, sticker leftovers, and things off of surfaces. But will it rub something rubbery off of a wheel? I have used Goo Gone to get Plasti-Dip off before. It just takes a lot more of it than the dip dissolver spray and a lot more scrubbing. So let's get to it. So here's what we got from using the Goo Gone. You can see this half of the wheel is still covered in about 50% Plasti-Dip, and that's the reason I don't like using Goo Gone. You have to use a lot more product and scrub a lot harder to get the same results. So what we're going to do to demonstrate the brake clean is clean up the remnants of what the Goo Gone left. There are some really thick patches and some really thin patches, and from what I understand you have to spray the brake clean and then wipe it down with a cloth. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so at this point I'm also rubbing through the white paint and getting the purple paint. So this is acting more like a paint remover than a Plasti-Dip remover. Alright, I'm done with this already. This is going to take hours just to clean the remnants of what's left on this wheel. I mean, take this for example. This isn't even a thick spot. Lay it on. Go to rub it off, instantly dry, nothing's coming off. And what does come off, just more smears than actually stays out. Back to the right stuff. Alright guys, that concludes our video on 3 ways to get Plasti-Dip off your wheels. Remember, this is only for wheels. You don't want to be using brake clean or Goo Gone or stuff on your paint. It will start taking clear coat and paint off. By far, the easiest thing to use today was the dip dissolver. Lay it on, thick, let it soak in, and then it washes off. Very minimal scrubbing, only in problem areas where the Plasti-Dip is extra thick, but honestly, for whatever this is, 15 bucks, I suggest picking it up. I'll throw the URL up right here, and the link will be in the description. If you haven't already, guys, check out the channel. There's plenty more videos on there, including us at drift events and working on the car. See you next time.